Good evening, Addison. Welcome to the meeting of the committees, the combined meeting of the committees for August 4th. Will the secretary please call the roll?
Trustees Del Rosario.
Here.
Reyes. Here. Ruggieri.
Here.
Co-chairs Cluzny.
Here.
Nasty.
Here.
O'Brien.
Here. Item number 2 is consideration to approve the minutes of the July 21st, 2025 combined meeting of the committees.
Motion. Second.
Any additions, corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Minutes are approved. Item number 3 is audience input regarding agenda items before the committee. We have none. Item number 4 is discussion of accounts payable. Earlier this evening, we reviewed the following directives. Directive number 26-19 in the amount of $477,524.34. Directive 26-20 in the amount of $470,483.45. Directive 26-21 in the amount of $1,162,983.56. Gross payroll for July is $2,889,908.99, and we do have one adjustment. Directive number 23-30, which was approved on September 19th, 2022, in the amount of $899,867.53, is being reduced by $100, making the new total $899,767.53.
Motion. Second.
Any additions, corrections? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item number 5, consideration of a resolution approving a subdivision participation and release form related to the Purdue Direct Settlement.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Joe.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Yes, as indicated, this subdivision participation and release form is, unfortunately, it's related to the ongoing opioid epidemic currently going on in the United States. The Village of Addison has several identical settlement agreements that provide settlement payments on an ongoing basis. Is that monthly? Is that quarterly? It's multiple times throughout the year. Through the litigation, if we were to do this on our own, it would be astronomical in costs. So it was suggested from previous and from legal that we enter an agreement here with Purdue, and then if agreed upon and if approved tonight, we would put ourselves in a good position to be awarded certain funds that could be used for training and other resources within the Village of Addison.
Very good. I have no questions on this item. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Joe.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Item number 6 is consideration to approve the final payout of to Universal Concrete Grinding of Warren, Ohio, in the amount of $19,972.05 for the Neighborhood Sidewalk Trip Risk Mitigation Program, bid number 24-2-3, funding in account number 100.2520-4180.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Ryan.
Thank you, Madam Chair. On May 19th, Universal Concrete Grinding was granted a one-year extension of bid 24-2-3, to which they agreed to keep all pricing flat from the original contract at $41.35 per sidewalk. This year, Universal Concrete took care of a total of 483 trip hazards at a depth of 2 inches or less. Staff inspected all the work and found it to be acceptable, so at this time we're requesting final payout in the amount of $19,972.05. Thank you.
Thank you. I have no questions. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item number 7 is consideration of a resolution approving an estimate from Narnia Landscaping Design and Construction, Inc. for rear yard drainage improvements on Hunter Court in the amount of $16,720. Funding in account number 500.5031-4110.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Ryan?
Thank you, Madam Chair. Each year, we put money aside for rear yard drainage projects, and this year, staff identified this having to occur on Hunter Court. Scope of work includes excavation, removal of an existing corrugated pipe that's failed, and installation of a new 6-inch PVC perforated pipe. This is a turnkey project that includes all labor and materials. We've worked with Narnia Landscaping Design and Construction on multiple projects for rear yard drainage in the past and found all their work to be done very well. So at this time, we're requesting acceptance of the proposal from Narnia in the amount of $16,720. Thank you.
Thank you. Do we do one of these projects every year, or?
We usually do 1 or 2 a year, yes.
Okay, thank you. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item number 8 is consideration of a resolution approving a quote from High Star Traffic for the purchase of a Solar Tech Silent Messenger 2 message board and services in the amount of $16,732.20. Funding in account number 640.9964-4347.
Motion. Second.
Thank you. Ryan?
Thank you, Madam Chair. As part of this year's budget, funds were approved for the street department to purchase a message board. This can be programmed to have alphanumeric messages as well as indicate direction. And the biggest reason for this is anytime that we're in an emergency situation or an event, we're able to deploy this message board for any event throughout the village. We solicited quotes from multiple vendors and found the most favorable pricing from High Star Traffic. So at this time, we're requesting your approval in the amount of $16,732.20. Thank you.
Thank you. I imagine this will get a lot of use. I don't have any questions. Any questions from the committee? Hearing none, all those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Item number 9 is, thank you, Ryan. Item number 9 is consideration of a resolution approving a construction manager master agreement, modified AIA document A134-2019, between the Village of Addison and Keeley Construction, Inc., in the not-to-exceed amount of $3,920,000 for several village-wide construction projects, and a request to waive the formal bid process, funding in account number 440.9944-4405.
Motion. Second.
Thank you.
Thank you, Chairman Klusny. For your consideration tonight, the attached resolution would allow the village to enter into an agreement with Keeley Construction of Villa Park for the construction manager at risk contractor services associated with all of the listed projects identified in your agenda packet. Keeley Construction is a family-owned business located in Villa Park. They have facilitated many warehouse and tenant build-outs throughout our industrial park for many years. Most recently, they assisted the Village of Addison with the community development remodel and the police department records remodel, with which staff is extremely satisfied in their work. They were recently awarded a General Contractor of the Year of the REJ Journal's Commercial Real Estate Awards. We are also requesting a waiver of formal bidding process for this. The reason for this waiver is that we would hire Keeley to manage all of the individual projects and to have them select the contractors with our final approval. Keeley is committed to utilizing union labor whenever possible and paying the prevailing wage as set forth by the state of Illinois. This agreement, which has been reviewed and approved by our village attorney, is for all of the various project costs not to exceed a total of $3,920,000. The construction manager's fees are all encompassing at $186,700 and are included in this total cost. Attached for your review are the following supporting documents: the resolution approving the AIA agreement between the village and Keeley, the AIA document, and the rough order of project costs. We request your approval to accept and approve the resolution with Keeley Construction. Funding for this project has been provided in account 440.9944-4405, and we would request that this would be subject to attorney's final approval.
Thank you. Would all of these projects take place in next year?
It would take place this fall.
Okay, thank you.
The latest start would be October for the finance remodel, and a lot of the projects will take place they'll get the ball going right after to get the word that we approve the resolution.
Thank you. Any questions from the committee?
I have one. Thanks, Jim, for that. It was just nice to hear that all the Keely will be using union trades with and paying prevailing wage, and signatory with the, any trade that's with DuPage County building trades as well. So it's good to hear, and it's a good partnership. So,
Yeah, they. I did reach out to them, and the two projects that we've used them for, they've used 100% union labor, so it's
Good to
worked
hear.
out very well for us.
It'll be on time and on budget. So we hope.
Your words.
Right? Careful, right? Careful what you ask for.
Any other questions from the committee? Hearing none. All those in favor? Aye. Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Thank you.
Moving on to the Building and Zoning Development Committee items. Item number 10, consideration of an ordinance approving the special use for a fire and law enforcement training facility at 666 South Vista Avenue.
Second.
Mike?
Thank you, Chairman Nasty. This item for your consideration is an ordinance approving a special use to construct a fire and law enforcement training facility located at 666 South Vista Avenue. The fire district would like to demolish their existing one-dimensional four-story masonry training facility and construct two new state-of-the-art multi-purpose training facilities, one being 4 stories in height and the other being 2 stories in height. Both structures will be constructed of shipping containers complying with the zoning ordinance and the building code with respect to height and area. The property is zoned M2, and fire and law enforcement training facilities are permitted in the M2 district as a special use only, which is why we're here tonight. After discussing the project with the fire district, one of the primary reasons why shipping containers were selected for the project is the ability to change the type of training that they have. Right now, it's a masonry training facility. Everything is in place. They're really kind of limited to the training that they can provide at that location. The floor plans can easily be modified, as well as the type of hazard to be simulated, and then, of course, the extinguishing agent. It could be water, it could be other types of extinguishing agents. So the new training tower gives them a lot more flexibility and gives a more well-rounded training experience for the fire department personnel. The Fire District gave a very thorough and detailed presentation to the Planning and Zoning Commission on July 9th. That was via public hearing. And after some discussion, the Commission gave a positive recommendation. This ordinance has been reviewed by our staff and our village attorney. It was found to be acceptable, and the Fire District is requesting a waiver of second reading on this. We do have Deputy Chief Mansfield here tonight to answer any questions that you might have with what's in your packet.
Deputy, if you'd like to step up, and a few comments?
On behalf of the Fire District, thank you guys for your time, and a special thanks to the village for giving us assistance. This is not a project we do very often. In fact, our current training tower is over 34 years old. So this is a project that we've been working on for about 2 years. A lot of thought put into it, and we're at the final stages right now. It's a pretty forward project. We're looking to replace our existing structure with something new, state of the art, and will last our organization for at least another 30 years. Our other hope is to work with our law enforcement partners. We have a very, very close relationship with the police department. I'll put it on record, probably the best police agency I've ever worked with in my 20 years of being in the fire service. So anytime we can build something that also helps them train is a win for both agencies. So that's one of our big pushes. In fact, we want them to train in it first, because then they won't smell like smoke and then all want to become firefighters. So that's also part of the process. So, yeah.
Thank you, appreciate that.
Thank you.
It's
Yes.
Aside of making the police the Blue Canaries, are you looking to do any combined training with the police department?
So we do. So it's actually not just with local law enforcement. We have had the National Guard Civil Support Team use our existing training facility for weapons of mass destruction training. We have routinely worked with a WMD team from Chicago FBI, and we just recently conduct training with Metra for a location to do training. So although as much as I'd like to say we're holding the door open for Addison, we have had other agencies train with us. And then because the unique dynamics in law enforcement today, they have to have that ability to train on their own. So forcing entry, and doing stuff like that, they need the actual prop. Addison Police does not currently have that prop. We'll have 3 or 4 of them, plus multiple staircases for them to practice and execute warrant searches and stuff like that.
And will you have a facility available for your open house in October?
That's the goal. If everything goes smooth, the actual cans, once they move them to the site, they get assembled in about 2 weeks. So if everything goes as planned, mid-September is when they start delivering cans. They're being built right now. And then it'll take about 2 weeks, and hopefully the open house, they'll have it up. So, any other questions?
It seems like training and safety is a high priority to you guys in all emergency services.
It is.
And as well us. So
Yeah.
it's good to see that we're using this as a tool to make a more robust training.
Training for law enforcement and the fire service is crucial. Law enforcement, their dynamics are emergency services, but a lot of it's like they're out in the field. We are sitting in a station, and so the days of like the firefighters of old sitting around in the recliner, watching TV, sitting in the apparatus bay, that has been long gone from Addison for a long time. So whenever we have downtime, we train. Last year, we recorded around 15,000 hours in training, not just at our tower, but with all of our staff combined. So that level of training, you have to have a facility to meet that objective. Firefighters are inherently going to try to defeat the drill instead of participating in it. So I have to make a training site that's suitable to continue to make the rats find a new way to beat the maze.
Find a cheese, right?
Yeah.
Awesome. Now, are we intrepids as far as like using shipping containers, or is this
No.
a standard?
It's a standard. So there's a lot of reasons why departments do it or don't. We actually initially looked at an actual concrete steel structure, but we found that if we march it out for years, the same problems are going to exist. And when we're setting fires inside, I mean, this building is designed in 3 different locations to essentially start a Class A, which is like wood, straw fire. You're going to damage the building. You're going to. The shipping container concept lets us literally unscrew the containers. They can get craned out, and we can put new ones right in. So the longevity of those burn rooms can be maintained, and replacement of a can is much more cost effective than that of tearing the whole building down and putting up a new one. Times change, so as the fire service continues to evolve, we may find additional things we have to learn to deal with. For example, electric battery fires, when I first started in my career, didn't exist. Now it is a hot topic for all of us. So if we have a training facility that both police and fire can use to adjust to the future, and we can modify it, this is the route to go.
Great. Thank you.
Yep.
Any further questions from the committee? All right.
I had a 50-page paper. We could stay all night if you like. So, all right, thank you very much.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Mr. Chairman, we need an all in favor then, please.
All those in favor? Aye. Anyone against? Good. Thank you.
Okay. Moving on to Public Health, Safety, and Judicial Committee items. Item number 11, consideration to approve an outdoor activity for A&W Restaurant located at 1012 North Rowling Road on August 9th, August 23rd, September 6th, and September 20th.
Motion.
Second.
Mike.
Thank you, Madam Chair. This item for your consideration is a request for an outdoor activity for the A&W restaurant located at 1012 North Rowling Road. This event is described as an A&W cruise night. It's a car show featuring a tribute to the original A&W Hop experience. It consists of classic cars and 60s music. The event will be held on multiple Saturdays, starting on August 9th, August 20th, September 6th, and September 20th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Food and root beer floats will be served inside the building. They'll have a DJ that's going to be playing 60s music out in the patio area that will be projected out to the parking lot. No alcohol served at this event. Parking lot's typically full at this event, so they did receive written permission from Sam's Club to the southwest for overflow parking if needed. And then we're still working out some details with the police department and fire department for this event, but subject to your approval tonight, and we work out those details, then we can issue the outdoor activity permit for all 4 nights. We do have the restaurant owner here tonight, Anthony DeMoro, to answer any questions you might have for this event.
Okay. Anthony, would you like to say a few words? He got it? Okay. Okay. Is it a specific
model of car that's going to be featured, or is it just all old cars?
So typically, so A&W has been running these for the last 40 years nationally. Each location then runs it obviously individually. The franchise tries to wrap the event. Usually, typically is like 60s, 70s classic cars, but we will not say no to the Challenger. It really doesn't matter. It's just gathering the cars to get that atmosphere that once A&W was showcasing. The DJ is not Avicii, he's dead, or Tiesto. He could physically play, leave for 3 hours, come back, and he's done. It's a playlist of the 60s. Some of these events, like the store that I own in North Aurora, I hired Elvis impersonator, but not doing that in this location. As Mike said, all food and beverages inside the establishment. There's no for sale raffle tickets. We do raffle, but it's for free. So we give out merchandise to winners, and it's not a contest among cars. Who's got the best car? It's just 3 hours of, oh, look at my car. Right? I mean, you guys are familiar with car shows, and
Yes.
that's all there's about it. And we have a good crew usually on those nights, very responsible. We did these in the past. We didn't have any issues. We clean up our lot, Sam's lot. We take care of the property. So it's just some event to add on to the business.
Sounds good. Sounds like a fun evening. Any questions from the committee?
I have one. So any car, do you have to pre-register or just show
No,
up?
you just show up. So
Run what you brung?
yeah, we run it on social media, and then there's another website. Don, I can't remember his name. He'll post it and say A&W North Aurora or A&W in Addison or in Belleville, 6 to 9 this date. Anybody that shows up, find a spot. They typically like back to back their cars. They have their chairs. We give out koozies. We give out all kinds of merchandise. They'll come in, have a float, whatever, and just enjoy the music and look at each other's cars. And we try to keep it very, very safe, and we go around and make sure that whoever brings a group of cars is held responsible for the cars that they're bringing in. So, and we even give them a cap number. If there's some particular group that says, okay, we're going to bring in the cars, okay, bring in 60, that's about it, so that we keep it like nice and clean.
Thank you.
Question for our families watching, are you gonna have any food specials?
Oh, there's always specials anyways. Yeah, there's always, and during specifically for the cruise night, we have 99 cents floats.
99 cents.
So, and there's always specials running, so you could grab a float for 99 cents and then a $6 meal. Yeah, and it goes on the display on the digital board, so we announce it a week early so that people running around, going to Sam's know about it. And if it's not too hot, we have Rudy in the costume.
So you did have something to share with us. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Thank you very much.
If you
Any
got
other
any more questions? Otherwise, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. Thank you,
Okay.
Mike.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. Nope. Okay, moving on to item number 12, audience participation regarding village business. We don't have any tonight. Item number 13, executive session, isn't necessary. Item number 14, other business at the discretion of the chairman, nothing. And item number 15,
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
all those in favor?
Aye.
Motion is, or meeting is adjourned.
Monday, August 4th, 2025 to order. Will the clerk please call the roll?
Trustees Del Rosario? Here. Kluzny?
Here.
Nasty?
Here.
O'Brien?
Here.
Reyes?
Here.
Ruggieri?
Here.
And Mayor Hundley.
Here. Will everybody please rise for Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
If you remain standing, we have Pastor Bob Tetrick from Messiah Baptist Church here to give us the invocation.
Yes, good evening. I just wanted to thank everybody for your prayers and thoughts. Our church has gone through a lot in the last 5 weeks, and we are doing very well. The people have responded well, and things are going good. So I had a couple people trying to guess where I was going to read from tonight, and I will say they weren't even close. I'm going to read from an Old Testament passage, which is one of my favorites. It's from Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 40. And Isaiah had gone through a whole bunch of things, and he came to the end here, and he wanted to be encouraging. And he was telling the people, and he said this, "Do you not know? Have you not heard the everlasting God, the Lord, the creator of the ends of the earth? He does not become weary or tired. He gives strength to the weary, and to him who lacks, he increases power. Though youths may grow weary and tired, and vigorous young men stumble badly, yet those who wait on the Lord will gain new strength. They will mount up with wings like eagles. They will run and not get tired. They will walk and not become weary." And I thought this was really good because I know there's been a lot of weariness in our church and our people, and prayers have sustained, and God has given us strength. So thank you very much. And let's pray. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you that we're able to be here tonight. I look at all the men and women on this board and know the time and energy that they give week after week after week. And I know a lot of times, like at our church, sometimes you'll hear more of the grumblings and the complainings than the things that are going well in the village. Father, but we know things are going well. We thank you for their tireless work. We thank you for the hours they put in, that they sacrifice, even being with family sometime. I pray that you would give them an extra measure of blessings in their life. I also pray for those that are out protecting us tonight, the police officers, the firefighters, the paramedics that are out there in our stead. And we know we can lay our heads down and sleep because you're a gracious God. Thank you again for this night. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Hope you have a blessed night.
Thank you, Pastor Bob. Item number 4 is approval of the minutes of the July 21st, 2025 Village Board meeting. Is there a motion?
Motion.
Motion second. Is there any changes, corrections, or deletions to those minutes? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Motion carried. Item number 5 is proclamations, appointments, and presentations. I have one proclamation tonight in recognition of National Health Center Week and the 60th anniversary of federally qualified health centers. The attorney would please read that.
Thank you, Mayor. This is a proclamation in recognition of National Health Center Week and the 60th anniversary of federally qualified health centers. Whereas for 6 decades, federally qualified health centers have been at the heart of community health care across the nation, delivering high-quality, comprehensive, and compassionate care to all, regardless of income or insurance status. And whereas Access Community Health Network, through its Addison Family Health Center, exemplifies this mission by offering essential services including primary care, behavioral health, dental care, and specialty care to families and individuals in our community. And whereas Access has shown unwavering dedication to health equity, wellness promotion, and removal of barriers to care, strengthening the well-being of Addison residents, and ensuring no one is left behind. And whereas the committed physicians, nurses, staff, and leadership at Access Addison work tirelessly to provide care with dignity, empathy, and excellence, improving lives and supporting a healthier Addison. And whereas National Health Center Week, celebrated August 3rd through 9th, 2025, recognizes the outstanding contributions of community health centers and the positive impact they have on the health of our nation. Now, therefore, Mayor Tom Hundley and the elected officials and staff of the Village of Addison do hereby recognize and commend Access Community Health Network for its 60 years of service through the FQHC movement and proclaim August 3rd through 9th, 2025 as National Health Center Week in the Village of Addison.
Thank you. And I'll be touring the Access Addison later this week and present them with that proclamation. Item number 6 is audience input regarding agenda items before the board tonight. We have none. Item 7, consent agenda. 7A, approval of accounts payable.
Earlier this evening, we reviewed the following Earlier this evening, we recommended approval of the following directives. Directive number 26-19 in the amount of $477,524.34. Directive 26-20 in the amount of $470,483.45. Directive number 26-21 in the amount of $1,162,983.56. Gross payroll for July was $2,889,908.99. And we have one adjustment. Directive number 23-30, which was approved on September 19th, 2022, in the amount of $899,867.53, is being reduced by $100, making the new total $899,767.53.
Thank you. 7B is approval of the final payout to Universal Concrete Grinding of Warren, Ohio, in the amount of $19,972.05 for the neighborhood sidewalk trip risk mitigation program. And 7C is approval of an outdoor activity for A&W Restaurant located at 1012 North Rowling Road on August 19th, August 23rd, September 6th, and September 20th. Is there approval for the consent agenda?
Motion. Second.
Motion second to approve the consent agenda. Changes and questions? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustees Belbasario?
Yes.
Kaluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
The consent agenda is approved. Item 8A is second reading of an ordinance approving a special use for planned development with variations and exceptions at 2349 West Lake Street for Addison Greenbrier LLC.
At their meeting on July 21st, the committee reviewed this ordinance, which approves a special use for planned development with variations and exceptions at 2349 West Lake Street for Addison Greenbrier LLC. The committee recommended approval, and a first reading was given on July 21st. Village board meeting, a second reading is requested.
This is second reading of an ordinance approving a special use for a planned development with variations and exceptions at 2349 West Lake Street for Addison Greenbrier LLC.
Motion to approve?
Second.
Motion is second to approve. Discussion? Hearing none. Roll call.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Kaluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
The ordinance is approved. Item 8B is first reading of an ordinance approving a special use for fire and law enforcement training facility at 666 South Vista Avenue.
At their meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this ordinance, which approves a special use for fire and law enforcement training facility at 666 South Vista Avenue. The committee recommended approval, and waiver of second reading has been requested by staff. The attorney is asked to read the ordinance.
This is first reading of an ordinance approving a special use for a fire and law enforcement training facility at 666 South Vista Avenue.
Motion to approve?
We want to...
First, you need to waive second reading. Motion for
Waive
second reading.
And motion to waive second reading.
Second.
Motion second to waive second reading. Discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Kaluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
Motion.
Second.
Motion is second to approve the ordinance. Discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
The ordinance is approved. Item 8C is consideration of a resolution approving a subdivision participation and release form related to the Purdue Direct Settlement.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves a subdivision participation and release form related to the Purdue Direct Settlement. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving a subdivision participation and release form related to the Purdue Direct Settlement.
Motion to adopt the resolution?
Second.
Motion is second to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Item 8D is consideration of a resolution approving an estimate for Narina Landscaping Design and Construction Incorporated for rear yard drainage improvements on Hunter Court in the amount of $16,720.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves an estimate from Narnia Landscaping Design and Construction, Inc. for rear yard drainage improvements on Hunter Court in the amount of $16,720. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving an estimate from Narnia Landscaping Design and Construction, Inc. for rear yard drainage improvements on Hunter Court in the amount of $16,720.
Motion to adopt the resolution?
Motion is second to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. Item 8E is consideration of a resolution approving a quote from High Star Traffic for the purchase of a solar tech silent messenger 2-message board and services in the amount of $16,732.20.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves a quote from High Star Traffic for the purchase of a Solar Tech Silent Messenger 2 message board and services in the amount of $16,732.20. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving a quote from High Star Traffic for the purchase of a Solar Tech Silent Messenger 2 message board and services in the amount of $16,732.20.
Motion to adopt the resolution.
Second.
Motion is second to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
The resolution is adopted. 8F is consideration of a resolution approving a construction manager master agreement modified AIA document A134-2019 between the Village of Addison and Keeley Construction Incorporated into not to exceed amount of $3,920,000 for several village-wide construction projects, subject to attorney review and approval, and a request to waive the formal bid process.
At our meeting earlier this evening, the committee reviewed this resolution, which approves the construction manager master agreement, modified AIA document A134-2019, between the Village of Addison and Keeley Construction, Inc., in the not to exceed amount of $3,920,000 for several village-wide construction projects, and a request to waive the formal bid process. The committee recommended approval, and the attorney is asked to read the resolution.
This is consideration of a resolution approving a construction manager master agreement, modified AIA document A134-2019, between the Village of Addison and Keeley Construction Incorporated in the not-to-exceed amount of $3,920,000 for several village-wide construction projects, subject to attorney review and approval, and a request to waive the formal bid process.
Motion to adopt the resolution, subject to attorney review and approval?
Second.
Motion is second to adopt the resolution. Discussion? Hearing none. Roll call, please.
Trustees Del Rosario?
Yes.
Kluzny?
Yes.
Nasty?
Yes.
O'Brien?
Yes.
Reyes?
Yes.
And Ruggieri?
Yes.
The resolution is adopted, subject to attorney review and approval. Item 9 is mayor's report. I have none. Item 10, officer report, village attorney,
I have nothing tonight. Thank you, Mayor.
village manager,
No report tonight, Mayor. Thank you.
village clerk.
Oh, yes, I have fun things all the time. Remember, tomorrow night is National Night Out, and we hope to see everybody out there. It begins at 5 p.m. On Tuesday, tomorrow, August 5th. The music will be by Focal Point. Also, check out the Touch of Truck and take the kids to make sure they touch that truck. And the dunk tank, oh, that's really good. That's the dunk tank, where police and fire, I believe, are in the tank. Okay, that should be fun. So cheer on the police versus the fire department in the hot wings eating contest. Also, Rock and Wheels continues on Thursday evening, August 7th. The opening band is the Michael Weber Band with a tribute to Alan DiCarlo. The headline band that evening is the Buckinghams. Also, you should visit the Historical Museum to learn about the Illinois Rock and Roll Museum. The Historical Museum is open every evening of Rock and Wheels, and also this Saturday, also on Saturday, August 12th, from noon until 4 p.m. So try to visit the museum. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lucille. Item 11 is commissioner board reports. There is none. 12, executive session, we don't need one. 13, audience participation regarding village business, we have none. Item 14.
Motion to adjourn. Second.
Motion is second to adjourn, discussion, hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, we are adjourned.